Okay, we are live streaming to YouTube, so this is our December 18th town hall. I'm Sarah, and Ward, why don't you introduce yourself?
Sure. Well, I'm pretty new to this. Just to introduce myself, my name is Ward Meldrum. I'm a retired mechanical engineer, and I've been playing around with 3D printing for probably, I don't think 10 years yet, but 8 anyway. And I've always, pretty good at little gadgety type things. So this was a way to, it looks like this is a convenient way for me to be able to contribute a few things to the world and employ some of the skills that I have. Essentially, part of what got me thinking about it is I've got a friend of mine who has a stepdaughter that was born without a hand. So I've talked to them about this a little bit, and I'm going to try and come up with something that will work for her. And they've kind of agreed to it, but right now, without the badge system in place, I'm struggling with how to do things by the book. But I think Jonathan has got me pretty well took care of me. So yeah, I got a few situations like that. As far as I know, I think I signed the first little document there, that little acknowledgement, and then I think I'll have my friend with the daughter sign the waiver. And I think beyond that, what else do I need to do other than get the hand approved? Well, get a hand approved. I guess that's my question. Right now, you guys are just with this approval of a device. Is that just to make sure that that's just we give you pictures of an example, and that's just to kind of show our competence and be able to, in the ability to build one of these things?
Yeah, so I'll quick introduce myself too. For those who don't know me, I'm Jonathan. I've been involved with e-NABLE for a couple years now. I've been printing, yeah, for about the same as Ward, about 8 to 10 years. I'm a manufacturing engineer, so I like making stuff and making solutions to problems and stuff like that. So e-NABLE obviously is a pretty easy way to do that. So back to the badging. Yes, right now, like we talked about a little bit before the recording started, the badging system is still down. For a little more backstory on how the badges work, it's basically just a digital accolade. So like if you think of e-NABLE as like a repository, like an open source repository. So we can facilitate recipients that need a device and match them up with a local or somebody that's willing to make a device, but rather we don't like require somebody to get the badge or quality approval before they make a device for someone. It's on them, between them and the recipient, and we provide the designs, if you think about it that way. So the badge itself is kind of like a digital pin on your hub profile to say, I know this design, I made it before. Back when there was, badge collectors a few years ago that would have 30, 40 badges, which is crazy. They'd go through and make each of the devices and request the badge and kind of show that off. That's not really the case anymore. I haven't really come across anybody like that. Most of the time it's a lot of the education side of stuff. So like if they bake the e-NABLE stuff into their curriculum, they'll actually use the badges as a requirement. So like part of their curriculum will be to make a hand and request the badge and obtain it. So a lot of the times we can work with those students to make sure that they're doing it correctly and whatnot.
Okay. No, all right. Well, I guess, yeah, did you get your email in the chat?
Yeah.
I don't see any. I see Sarah's. There we go. Perfect. I'll go ahead and throw mine in there too.
And this is just a copy and paste from the actual badge, device badge thing.
Yeah,
But basically we're just asking for photos of it, close-up video just showing it in action. And I'm typically the one that looks through them and can give a little bit of guidance on like if you need to adjust the tension so that your resting open finger is a little bit more angled or something like that. That's a big
yeah,
one. So
yeah.
that it's actually closing at the right angle and stuff like that. But
Well,
otherwise, most of the time it's just not too bad. Usually people have a pretty good eye for
yeah,
if the stuff is printed well or not.
yeah. I'll go ahead and shoot you some be later today, but I'll get some information on the on what I'm struggling with. Huh. Seem to have lost the meeting here.
We can still hear you.
Okay. All right. Anyway, I'll get some stuff out earlier today. Having talked to him a little bit, the hand that I built was like the kinetic hand. I just kind of picked it out at random, and it seems to function okay. But the recipient in this case will require she doesn't have much for a wrist or a palm, so that hand won't really work for her.
Sure.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and work through getting I think it's called the no limit version. I'll have to look into that a little bit, and getting the files for that one's a little bit more difficult, but I'll work through that.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. The
How big
kinetic is a great design. It looks awesome.
what's that?
And
Yeah, yeah.
the developer,
Hmm.
Free 3D Hands
They're
is awesome to
Australian.
work with if you need to. Yep, they're from Australia.
Yeah, yeah. But it's also yeah, it looks like it requires a pretty functional palm in order to make use of it.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna go ahead and take the next one, and I'm assuming that how important is having people sign that waiver? Is that kind of a
I think
It's
it's
recommended.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah? I don't think that'll be a thing. Like I said, this recipient, she's the daughter of a personal friend of mine, so it's pretty friendly environment. But I'm also trying to kind of keep things by the book as much as possible. I don't want this to turn into something, you know, things can.
Um,
Yeah.
Hello, Ward. I'm late. I apologize. But if I understand, this recipient does not have a palm, in which case I think you should also look at the device being made by the Uganda project, which
Okay.
is a hybrid between an arm and the Kwawu, which is sort of a self-gripping device. Sorry, and the gripper thumb, which is a self-gripping device. So if you look for the Uganda project, you'll see that they have a model that will be substantially easier than the Kinetic and may be better suited to someone who doesn't have a palm.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you. Good information. Because yeah, so right now we got the Uganda project, and I can't remember. I think it's called the No Limit.
No limit doesn't ring a bell. There is an unlimited arm, but it's
Unlimited. That was it. Unlimited.
right. So that's elbow actuated.
Yeah.
Um, and might make sense also. But I'm inclined to think the Gripper Kwawu is where it's at right now.
What did you call it? The gripper?
Gripper Kwawu. Jonathan just put a link in the chat.
All right. Excellent.
Now that I've
Excellent.
sucked the air out of his conversation.
Excellent. This is
Does
good
your
information.
does your recipient have like a functional wrist?
I'm not sure what the details are. I think it is just barely there. I think there's a
Gotcha.
wrist,
Okay.
but just barely. So I'll have to get a look at that. But before I went in there and started taking pictures, and which is I'm sure that's going to be a little awkward. No matter how you go about it.
Hmm.
12-year-old girl. But like I said, I think it'll be, her parents have talked to her about it a little bit. I kind of broached the subject with my buddy, and they said, yeah, we're looking at this. And it was kind of odd, pretty environmental, pretty friendly environment, just because there was a time, like a year ago, and when I said, hey, I'm getting a new 3D printer, the Bamboo Lab thing came out, so I had to jump and just, oh, you can print Adley a hand. Not, at that point, I didn't even know about this. I'm like, prosthetic devices are a little bit, that might be a little bit out of my wheelhouse. But then, you as things went on, I kind of thought, maybe there's some stuff. So I started digging into it and stumbled across your guys' website, and here I am. So,
Great.
this is excellent. I'm really, I was kind of debating whether to join this meeting or not, and now I'm really glad I did, because this is all good information.
I just linked another one. That's the kinetic arm version of the kinetic hand.
Oh, really?
Um, that one looks really, really nice too. The only thing I've noticed about that one is like the forearm length, like elbow to wrist,
Hmm.
it cuts off at like 70%. So like it occupies that area. So if you have more
Oh,
than like that 70%, that device doesn't work.
I see. I got you. It requires a little shorter,
Correct. Yeah, the
shorter
residual limb.
forearm. Okay. Excellent. Wow, this is good. I'm probably gonna be trying to come to these meetings pretty regular then, till I could kind of get the hang of things here, because this is all excellent information. So I guess I gotta, believe it or not, I have almost nothing on my schedule these days, and as it happens, I've got another Zoom meeting at 11. So
All right, then.
just kind of how things go. But what how many of these things, like say Jonathan, how many of these things have you built in your time?
I've built a
Roughly,
couple. I've
mm,
not actually worked with a
a recipient?
recipient though.
You're more on the facilitation side of things. What about you,
Yeah.
John or Sarah?
Yeah, I've been directly involved, I'd say, in maybe 4 or 5
Okay.
cases.
Okay. All right.
And the having a relationship is great, and doing it step by step and understanding that
Mhm.
delivering the first device is the middle of the process, not at all the end. Then
Yeah.
you customize it, then you get to know what really works and what doesn't, then you make changes,
Yeah.
you do another version, then you report back to us on how you've improved the system.
Yeah. Yeah. That which is right up my alley. I think I'm looking forward to that. And
Cool.
I'm hoping it works out like this. The thing that you know kind of occurs to me is that, for a younger person like this, if it was a young boy, having a robot arm might be kind of cool. But
Absolutely. How old?
she's 12.
Okay, that's great. That's great.
So, so she might, I'm curious as to how she'll react to the appearance, but we'll work through that.
Right. There have also been princess style devices, though she may be a little bit old for that. But there's lots of room for customization
Yeah.
and collaboration with a 12-year-old.
Yep. 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 And yep. Highly intelligent. Yeah. I think it should work out. So, all right.
Okay.
Good.
I'm late, so Sarah, sorry, but I'd like to. Are there cases we need to look at, or have we done it all already?
Yeah, so I did not email you ahead of time with Hub Post because we don't have much new activity. We have one um inquiry, someone asking to be connected with someone in Florida or Miami, but gave no details about what they need.
Right.
So I asked for more specifics about what they are looking for in
I saw
Florida or
that.
Miami. So when they do give those specifics, I don't know if you had anyone and have anyone in mind, and then a follow-up from last week, the case in Turkey above elbow amputation. I've been getting several follow-ups on the same pub post and then in messages from this parent. So if you have the lead in Belgium, it would be great to, I don't know,
The
suggest
lead in
something.
Belgium. Thank you for the
Um,
reminder. Okay.
Yeah.
I can speak a little bit more to that first post too, the one in Florida.
Okay.
They had previously talked about starting a nonprofit type thing in Peru.
Yeah, I remember that. So I was confused about the Florida question and just wanted to know more so that we can find the right person.
Yeah, so I think the last we left off, they were talking about possibly opening like a was a 501c or 301c, whatever the nonprofit organization is. I had referred Evan, maybe he could talk with them and see if it's necessary for donations based from the US or not. So I'm wondering if it has something to do with that.
Okay. Um, yeah.
Sarah, I'm forwarding you a Lumio proposal from Kyle Reeser, who worked with the Belgian prosthetist, who I think is named Roberto Postelman. And I would suggest that you reach out to Kyle, who's here in Rochester, and get some more information. I'll find some other links for you, but I'm passing this on to you.
Okay. Are you emailing it to me or is it in the chat?
Say it again.
Are you emailing it to me or is it in the chat?
Whichever you prefer.
If you could email it, that'd be great.
Okay, I will email it. And I have a call coming in, and I think we're about to transition to the other place, if I understand the
Yes.
agenda. Is that true?
Yes.
All right, then I'll see you in a few minutes.
Okay, great.
Good to meet you, Ward.